Yo man, what's up? Just getting started for this evening. Gonna be starting out with that loadout you suggested. Yeah, it's gonna be something. Honestly, it may be better than the old assault rifles were.
Come on, let's roll.
I'm gonna go and get it built here. Do you have a gadget and or throwable that you wanted to specify? Only got 2 sites. Oh no. Let's see. I did actually manage to unlock a suppressor last night, so that might be interesting to try out on the Vector. Oops, sorry, I hit the mic. No problem. Battlefield or the music? It may be the music. There you go. How about that? Maybe there. Sounds good. Did you have any... My voice? Yeah, sure. How's this? Also, did you have any any requests in terms of the gadget and throwable for this loadout, or are those just free reign, as in, you know, whatever I want? Nice. Spotting nade and recoilless. Okay. Let's see. Spotting nade, recoilless. Okay. This is going to be an interesting little loadout. Conquest or breakthrough? Yeah, I a little bit more close range. Get in there, get a frag, get out. I'll tell you what, this is probably going to be, it's only close range if you miss. This is going to be kind of interesting with the revolver. I haven't used it a whole lot. Like, I've used it a bit. I've been trying to switch back over to it, but it's not been something that I'm, like, practiced with. Oh, and raw manifest.
The port of Singapore is one of the largest left in the world. It's strategically vital, and our government has committed to its ongoing independence. The US
So how's your day been?
And has sent an invasion force. You must defend the port and wear down these attackers until they have no reinforcements remaining. Your transport is ready.
Yeah, yeah. Did you enjoy that? Like, was that something that, you know, how some, like, did it kind of remind you of when you were starting out with all this sort of stuff, like going to computers and all, or was it just kind of, you know, yeah, I did it, cool.
Protect your objectives and hold your ground as long as possible. They will try to push us back sector by sector. We need to hunt them until they...
Oh, this is gonna start off good. Yeah, yeah. Not as hard as people think it is. Yeah, you're not wrong there. I know. Yeah, fantastic start. Oh man, there's two tanks coming up here on the right. Can I grapple all the way? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna try to play this a little slow. Let these tanks get beyond me. Where are they? Ah, but you know what? Got one of these. Shoot. Mistakes. Rip. I thought I could pull that out and get the grapple off fast enough. It's not.
Keep away from me!
Yes, that is a tank. Oh, there we go. Yeah, honestly, anti-armor rounds for the revolver, that would be insane. Ooh. No! He turned the corner. A little bit too long. Wait, really? Has anti-armor farther down the unlock tree? That's gonna be, I can't think of a single situation in which you'd use that though. Maybe against like the transports, but I mean, unless they just for some reason do an insane amount of damage to tanks.
Scratch that!
You know, get a squad of 4 people on all firing at a tank. Yeah, honestly, that'd be a great meme. Come on, there we go. Oh, they know I'm here. Oh, they really know I'm here. Not gonna matter though. No, come on. Just have to. Oh, he got himself back.
Stay away! Get back!
I think that's gonna be kind of my difficulty with the revolver, is getting used to its like bullet travel speed. Because it's like I feel like it should be really slow, but I actually don't know if it is.
Gotcha!
Shot. Oh. Yeah, I think it's actually a lot faster than you would imagine it to be. Cause like right there. Well, not that's the last shot, but the shot before it. I think I overled, and it really wasn't that much lead. There we go. And there's a bolt. I am really excited, looking forward to when SimThick can get all the stats for the guns in their nice little spreadsheets, because that'll help a lot when it comes to like figuring out how guns are going to be performing. Oh, I hit the headshot, and apparently this cannot penetrate into a one-shot to the head. I guess it's the armor. Yeah, armor penetrating rounds do that.
Stay back!
If I had to guess, what is the mathematically best gun in the game? Gosh. I'm really tempted to say the SVK. Like from having a two-shot body shot at any range seems really strong in the kind of open maps that these are. But at the same time, you could probably make the argument that it would be one of the SMGs like the PP29, simply based on the ability to handle both medium and close range engagements really easily. I didn't kill him. Oh! Secondary. Oh, nope. Nope. Okay, is that? I literally think I hit the 4 key and it gave me the primary. I think that's the second time it's done that. Or gave me the, or maybe I'm tapping my mouse, just like instinctively. Screw myself up that way. That was, yeah. Aw. Got the nice first headshot, then missed the second. I know in COD the number of keys are just bound to change weapon, as if it were the triangle Y key on a controller. Yeah, is that the case here? Yeah, I think it is the case here.
Keep away
Either
from me!
it's a bug if that actually is what happened, but in all likelihood I probably tapped one of the side keys on my mouse by accident. I didn't even realize it. Like I hit the, yeah, something like that. Or I hit 4 and I instantly just hit something on my mouse. Okay, yeah, the bullet travel is actually really fast. Relative to what I think it would be. Yeah, I can't figure out where that's landing, honestly. Maybe those are a little bit too far back.
Stay away! Get back!
It's like I want to use this as like a pocket sniper rifle, but I'm having a heck of a time with this, like the velocities, I think. Yeah. As soon as that turret sees you, you're marked. You get wall hacked. Yeah, bullets having clear tracers. Yeah, that would be kind of nice.
Stay back!
I mean, alternatively, that's going to show where you are to the enemy as well. But Yeah, it would make it a lot easier to determine things like that. I really do think I'm overleading targets with this, though. Like, drastically overleading. I actually think that these rounds I'm using in here, maybe the heavy rounds are going to be like that, where they're slow traveling and they're like what you would expect. But these, I think, are actually really fast. Yeah. Oh, that's a tank. I will be honest, one thing I think I really, I don't know, I think I dislike it, but it's not like game breaking to me, is the fact that just by the mere looking at enemies, you can see the red all around them. It takes away any opportunity to, like, I don't know, let's say stealth, but move around the back line. But like this, like I can see that he's a red target.
Gotta reload!
And I understand that, like, because everyone looks the same, that has to be that way. But oh yeah, that's...
Do not come to me!
Yeah, they could have fixed that by not making everyone look the same. Yeah, I don't know why they... I don't have a problem with specialist abilities, but I do actually have an issue with the specialists. I think the abilities are perfectly fine. Even Hike, you know, the Walleyes are really not that strong. Like, they can be in the right situation, but unless you're in the right situation, they're really not. But the specialists themselves, I think, are just a really poor decision for Battlefield.
Tango down!
Oh, that was some lag there. The mobility of this character is insane. Yeah. I mean, like being able to get up here, and especially when you factor in the fact that I can pick up a spawn beacon and literally just drop a spawn beacon anywhere I choose. What? Are they blind? Do we get does that mean we get to clip that? I'm confused, yeah. Like, that's kind of ridiculous. I mean, no, they're shooting back at me.
One down!
Clipping now, please hold. Thank you. No, they're shooting at me, so I'm not invisible. That was just...
Stay away!
Got the new sight. The revolver. Ah, yeah, there we go. Nice, just straight up red dot. Got the clip, thanks. Yeah, that I have absolutely no idea what that was.
Oh, Joe, come over here.
Oh wow, I didn't even know that was so bad. Going for these like body shots on half health players. Oh, close. Not close enough.
Stay away from me. New plan.
There is a guy up there.
Rapid fire.
Oh, clean.
Stay away. Stay back.
That was actually that was a pretty good shot. I'm not gonna lie. Got up there and was instantly aiming his head. Ooh, yeah, there's the auto.
Our troops have taken an objective. Our objectives is under attack.
Go, come over here.
Yeah, it sounded kind of like a laser, didn't it? Like a... Yep, that's a spawn. Friend?
I need help here.
What have we got?
Somebody, help. I need help here.
COD spawns? Yeah.
I need help. Help. Somebody help me, damn it. Go, come over here.
So you have anything going on for this evening?
You
GG.
prevented them from taking the site. Mission accomplished.
Fair enough.
I am not overconfident. I'm just better than everyone else.
A good day's work, but I'm not one to brag.
Don't be sad. This is just how it works out sometimes.
I need to, oh yeah, do you have any suggestions for this YouTube banner? I don't mind making it. I wasn't as much asking you to do it as I was just like, what do you have any ideas or suggestions on how to go about it? Because I know the sizing and the scaling is super weird. Like, you can put it in a 16:9 resolute or 16:9 aspect ratio image, but it only shows like different platforms have different parts of that image that it shows. Channel identity. Do you mind like kind of elaborate? Like, what's the vibe? Oh, nice. Got the carbon skin.
Come on, let's roll.
Well, really, the entire point of like the YouTube would just be to put clips or or to save full streams from here. I don't intend to do like the whole like insane video editing thing. Maybe sometimes, but for the most part, it's just kind of like stream based stuff. So maybe laid back, sort of, just kind of Battlefield, having fun with the game, that kind of stuff. Something understated? Yeah, I see what you're saying. It'd be kind of nice if I could like match the whole Battlefield vibe that I kind of got on the Twitch channel with the you know, the Battlefield 4 font and the background, you know, the BF4 soldier background. But I don't think that's really gonna be feasible in this case, again, because the way the scaling works. Maybe I can use the font though against like some kind of like I don't know. I just found it online at some point. I don't know who the creator is. I know that it's not owned by EA and ICE, I know that much.
Couldn't imagine a better lineup of ass kickers than this.
The US plans to illegally launch a weapon at this facility in French Guiana. Russia will not allow this to happen. Work with the other task forces to take the facility. You will have every resource we can provide, but they are limited. And the Americans will try to outlast us. It cannot become a prolonged siege. Strike fast and hard. Transport is waiting.
Chat. Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna go, because it seems like my ping is doing some really weird crap. This time it's actually ping, which, to be completely honest with you, I will take that over packet loss any day of the week. See if I can. I'm trying to give him a second to get some. Oh, the server's lagging. There we go. That makes a lot of sense actually. Trying to see where they're going to be putting their vehicles. Okay, there's that. Okay, that's 2 hits. Flares off. Around. See you go. What the? I'm going to assume that that vehicle is a...
Our forces are assaulting Alpha 1.
Back up and around. Whoa. Okay. Ooh. What's my control setup for jets? Ooh, it's targeting me. Let's see. Mouse does roll and pitch. Yaw with A and D. Speed with W and S. I imagine that this is going to. And pull up. Pull, yeah, with spacebar as well. So you can do constant. Yeah, they've got an attack helo sitting at Skybox. It's real frustrating. Try to ignore him, see if he just kind of lets me go. City boy. Right now I don't have the 30mm cannons, so one passing a helo is just kind of not a thing. Fortunately, this guy actually kind of knows what's up. Rocket. Perfect flares. Oh, he was doing our attack helo. I think that that's a vehicle. It's cooking off. Oh yeah, I also use have Q and E bound to roll as well in case I need to have like a constant roll as well. Wow. This server is truly dying. That should be it. Nice, got all the strafe on. Strafing is not easy with these. And I imagine it's going to be worse with 30mm cannons because they don't do the explosions, they're just higher damaging the vehicles and armor. Better with chaff being nerfed and missiles more easily visible and can be dodged. Maybe. I think that would become a little bit too ridiculous, honestly. Depending on how easy it is to dodge, because there's gonna be a lot of them going up, especially with things like Sundance, who can literally just throw something in the air. Oh, I hate that. That was a mistake. I don't disagree with your sentiment, but I just don't know if it's as simple as that. There's craft? Yeah. It's nice being able to kill those with 2 shots. found the skybox.
Our troops have secured the objective. All of our objectives have been invaded.
I probably didn't have any right to survive that one. Honestly, I really just want them to kind of fix that auto lock bug, because it is a bug. They're not supposed to be able to come back after you chap them or flare them. It's real bad in jets. The only saving grace is how fast they are. Surprised I haven't seen another helo up. I'm guessing our guys will. Yep, there we go. See another target. People on the ground for target designation. It probably would help the helo a bit, because that's one thing they rely on. Jets right now are just really crappy at doing anything against ground forces except tanks and or anything via helo. So nothing's really going to help them out on the ground. Because, I mean, they're going to auto-lock anyway. Let's see if we got a helo up and around. Yeah, honestly, I kind of... I'm of the opinion that at the moment jets are too weak and helos are too strong. I don't really have a problem with like jets not being able to like farm infantry, but even right now their cannons don't even aim in the right place, right? So shooting, if I want to hit an infantry, first off it's really hard because there's just an insane amount of dispersion, right? But I can't aim at him. I have to aim above him because the guns are not true. And that kind of thing is, in my mind, just kind of not necessary. But then again, once they come around and they fix, you know, the targeting issues, that could change things. Maybe then jets will have way too much time on target. I don't know. And it turns out they're actually really strong than later. Without really, with all the bugs and stuff, it's kind of hard to be able to pinpoint those fine, like, balance details and all. At least that's kind of my take on it. Still don't really see any ground vehicles. half tempted just to bail out of the jet and do something on the ground. Let's see where this thing's coming from. Just outran it. Maybe it was like a Sundance grenade or something. Oh, there we go. I think that's something right there.
Our forces are assaulting Alpha Blue.
Someone in general chat saying something about there being mostly bots. Like the games chat. Whoa. Well, the game crashed. One moment. Oops, hit the mic. Yeah, let's relaunch the game, I guess. Yeah, I don't know if they were mostly bots or not. I was going to go check. The game decided it didn't want to exist anymore. Or you got any more loadout suggestions to try? Or do you want me to keep sticking with the revolver vector? Have I unlocked the scope for the revolver? I don't think so. Let me see what the excuse me, what the requirements are for that. It's actually, that might be something fun to work towards. Okay.
Who's ready for some action?
Weapons, M44. The first scope will be a 2x at 60 frags, then the 4x will be at 150 frags. So yeah, let's keep running the revolver and just keep working towards it. I'm kind of interested to see how, like, the actually when oh well, a little late now. I wonder when I get to unlock the armor piercing rounds. Not that I'll know exactly how much damage they'll do since you don't get a readout for that, but it'll be interesting to see. Okay, shield boy, keep moving forward.
Objective altitude secure.
Take your tags. Could always go to a private server and shoot AI tanks. Yeah, that's honestly probably a pretty good way to do it. Oh wow, I didn't actually see that was one of their vehicles. Being rezzed right here. Legend. Let's get out of the... I think I saw that as an AI up here. I don't know if you can tell just like how hard I'm like rubber banding right now.
Keep away from me! Stay back! They're attacking one of our objectives.
I'm pretty sure that it's, yeah, there we go. What the, yep. I'm like pretty sure it's a server thing. What? That was 3 knives, I think. Oh, it still only did 65 damage.
Friendly's targeting Alpha 1. Stay away from me!
Yeah. Wow, that is such delayed hit marker. Like, no, I mean, I should have died there anyway, that's fine. But, like, just the hit marker itself is so long in coming.
Stay away! Friendly's hit! Stay away! Get back!
Okay, back up. Wow. That was destiny, yes. Oh wow, he's prone.
Stay away!
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives. Our resources and troop strength are down.
Friendly is down!
Aw, one of the frag. Can I get this guy? Shoot. I wanted the res so bad. Ah, there we go. Straight up.
They're attacking one of our objectives.
So one here. Yeah. The fact that rangers still operate after you're dead. I don't know. That seems a little bit. Like, I'm okay if they exist, right?
Alpha 1.
But maybe they can stop shooting when you kill them. There we go. Go.
One of our objectives.
Ah, who's up?
Don't come over here!
Where was I getting shot from? Oh, I see.
Stay away! Don't help me!
Just kind of camping the beacon, I guess. Oh, there we go. That was... That felt good. Oof.
Stay away! Don't help me!
That was a bit of a misplay.
Hostiles attacking
What?
one of our objectives. Can't get a clear shot. No guy! Reloading!
Let's get a reload here. Waiting on the health a little bit.
Stay back!
We burned through half our resources.
The game uses total kills for unlocks instead of arbitrary numbers? Yeah. Honestly, the, what the crap? What? I feel like I'm playing Portal. Look at this. What in the... Huh? Look at this.
Time to reload.
You run out of the container and you're here. You run into the container. You know what? This container, I bet you, yeah, the container, okay. So the container's on a crane, right? But for whatever reason, this place right here, it still thinks that the container's there. See, the container's right there. Or, whoa, yeah. And so the game is basically just teleporting you in and out of this container. Like, that's the container, and it thinks it's like here or like over there somewhere. What in the world? That is... Yeah, that's trippy. That is... Wow. One of those bugs that only DICE can come up with. In fact, it's one of those things that'd be really great in its own game. Yeah. You bet it could be really confused someone if you killed them when you ran in there while they had their death kill. Oh, you're not wrong. What am I doing with that one? This here. Oh wait, oh, what? Oh, that's from both friendlies. Oh, miss. What? Huh? Dice, what? Please tell me you saw that. The teleport straight up, and then all of a sudden just...
Keep away from me!
Hostiles are engaging in Alpha 2.
Yeah, I'm definitely entering in a different dimension. And as what you're saying about the unlock system, yeah, it's really not that bad. It's I don't disagree with you. Alright, I'm gonna try. Ow. Never mind. Never mind. There's too many enemies.
Keep your distance!
No significant progress to report in the sector.
Gosh.
Friendly down!
You think it's actively good and hope that they keep it going forward. Yeah, you know, I was actually thinking about this the other day. There we go. I wonder how they're going to handle other unlocks as they move forward, right? Because there are so many people, right? Well, I say so many people, but there are people who are who are still, you know, a good bit higher level, and they can't just expect people to be at that level, or they
Stay away! Don't help!
when they create a new create a new weapon or something. When it goes for unlock, how are they going to determine where it needs to be set in levels, right? And you know that wherever they're going to set it, there's going to be people who already have reached that level. Does it just retroactively, you know, open up to them, or? Bit on health here. Oh, make the res. Nice. There we go. I actually got a nice little spot here.
Don't come close!
Still trying to figure out this TTK. It feels a lot slower than... not a lot slower, but it does feel slower than like 5 and all. Didn't even think he was an enemy until he started shooting. Wasn't even looking for a red icon.
Hold on, I can help! Не подходите!
If they release, saying a new tank, they should make the unlock requirements get 100 kills with tanks or something like that. It's difficult, but yeah, no, I see what you're saying. That probably would be one of the better ways to do it. I don't even know if it would make the first couple days farm players suck. I mean, it just means that they would do the thing they're already comfortable with.
One down!
It's like if oh, he's gone. Kind of like if, you know, for a new sniper rifle is, then, you know, say get 100 kills with recon rifles. It wouldn't be that big of a deal for me because I like it as much. It would suck for getting the tank if they're a limited number. Okay, yeah, no, I see what you're saying.
Keep your distance!
I got you. Yeah, I know, right?
Nothing left to throw at them. Our plan has failed.
That was not the greatest game, but, you know. I'm still trying to get used to, like, reading chat as well. Like, I really enjoy it,
Spectacular.
but it's I'm not used
Come
to
on.
looking down in
This is
between the
too easy.
gunfights and all.
Never had a doubt in my mind.
I think the C4 does have a delay though between the press and the actual detonation, so that might have been all it was. There is definitely lag on the server though. Like it's yeah. Stuttering real bad, yeah. So the servers are actually chugging right now. Yeah, makes sense. I often wonder how big streamers manage to play games like Overwatch or League while reading chat. Yeah. I imagine that they skim
ready
read.
for some
I
action?
am not a fast read. Like I can skim read as well as the next guy, but I like trying to read this out loud and stuff. I just am really not good at it, and that I think is what's something I'm gonna need to work on in practice. But again, I like communicating with people, and so I think it's good. I think it's enjoyable regardless. I'm actually going to cancel and re-queue after a few seconds. Give me a second to look at this loadout here. The K30. You're doing it well enough though, for any small chat. Yeah, thank you. I do appreciate that. Yeah, it does get ridiculous for the large streams. You know what? I'm gonna try equipping this with the suppressor. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. What do I have under the under barrel? Do that. There's a good reason why emote-only mode exists, yeah. Don't you have to be like an affiliate or something to get emotes, or how does all that work? Or no, that's like the points stuff, right? The emojis or something like that.
Target today is an agricultural research facility in Egypt, key to mitigating the global famine. The Russians have already seized it, and our leaders deem that unacceptable. Your orders are to secure the facility. Coordinate your efforts.
You know, speaking of chat too, I think I tied Nightbot to the chat, which is kind of cool.
Take that facility back.
What? What I literally clicked him one.
The plan is to advance sector by sector. Secure each, and we'll keep the hostiles on the run.
Targeting Alpha 1.
You need to have an average viewership of 10 on your stream while streaming for a certain number of hours in order to get emote and subs. Yeah, I think there's like a follower limit too, right? Like you have to have enough followers. Oh, is Nightbot not working right now? RIP. Sounds good, dude. I will see you in a little bit then.
Threat neutralized!
Try to get in behind some of these people that I... Ooh, maybe not. Oh no, need a little bit of lead at least. What is the lead on this gun?
Reloading now!
On the other side. Hit. Ooh, nice. Oh, nice. That was a nice little snap. Like that. That ball's gone. Oh, that ball's gone. Okay. Right there. Rip. Oh, all I needed was a body shot there. They're already low. It's too bad.
Keep away from me!
I have to say, hipfire seems really good on the revolver. Is it like... No, it's not quite 100%. No, it's not 100% all moving, but makes sense, obviously. Let's get the sort of vector here. Someone's up here. There we go. There we go, another one. Oh, come on. Getting better time. Get the knife. Ah, I couldn't get out of there in time.
Keep away from me! Stay back!
Alright. I kind of wonder if I need like a quick scope revolver for the close stuff. Trying to get that higher level of accuracy. Okay, that's gonna be people on the other side. Let's get the beacons out. See what we can see. Oh, I actually thought that was a pretty good hit. Nice, get over. I'm so tempted to go in there just with the vector, but I still want to get those unlocks for the revolver here. When I have that opportunity, I really want to take time to line up that shot. Get the headshot. Nice. Got the assist. Oh, that was nice. There we go. On a little bit of a roll here. Nice. I see the recon out there. Need him. There's the assist. Oh, it's heavy. No! Oh, that was good run of that one. A little slow in the aiming, but you know, it's fine.
Stay back! Don't come close!
Actually, I wonder if I can get him spawned and like kind of get him behind here. No, I'm gonna bolt. I believe. I don't believe anymore. Let's see how far I can yeet these things. So we do got people up here. A little ways though. Oh, broke his armor. That wasn't a headshot. That's so sad. We got 2 rounds. No, the recoilless. It ruined it.
Stay away! Don't help me!
Our forces are attempting to seize Alpha 2.
Yeah, we're back in. I see about 15 spawn beacons getting yeeted through. Let's see, so they're both 1.25 sites. I think I like the dot, but I'm gonna go back to the triangle for over here. I think that the actual like hit point is gonna be top of the. Ah, yeah. I don't know. I think I like the dot. It gives me an actual like hard. I know where the point is. I need to aim. Like I think the triangle looks real cool, but I don't think it's just not.
We are securing Alpha 2.
Oh, hit his armor. Or no, hit the head. Hit the head. Gosh. A little bit out of range for this revolver here. Oh, might be able to get res though. Nice. Really just got everywhere, but you know, it's neither here nor there. Oh yeah. There we go. These real tight quarters are actually a lot of fun. Oh, there's no cover out there. That almost was real bad. Got him. Just stay back, grab a little health here. Some light armor. Oh, he's still alive up there. How's that?
Reload!
very interesting push. Try to get up a little bit. Grappling. Oh man, the recon is watching. I see him. Yep, there he is.
Stay away! Don't help me!
That would have been kind of nice though, to get over there, get up the side, and get up on the building. I got a transport.
We are engaged with Bravo 1.
Is he hit? Is he dead or is he out there?
Never mind.
Serpentine. Whoa, that's the wrong gun.
Tango down!
Thought I had the revolver. All good. Stuck behind the truck. There we go. Oh, no, I should have jumped away. Alright, let's get back.
We've got troops going for Bravo 1.
I'm not really sure where the weak flank is going to be, because I'd like to get on flank and you know, do some headshots, but I don't know if that's really good. Gosh, I have no clue what this revolver is. I feel like every single one of those
We
should
have
have
a
been
man
hit.
down!
You know, to be completely honest, it probably is way faster than I expected it to be. It's ours. Gosh, I can't express how much I hate this position. Yeah, right in the middle of everything.
Stay back! Don't come close!
Alright, I'm gonna real quick switch this over to the SVK and yeah. No.
We're burning resources to stay in this.
Boom. There we go. Am I have no idea where the shots are coming from. he's laying down on the ground.
Stay away!
Forex optic here. There we go. That was kind of nice. Oop, he dead. Oh no. I saw a blue tag up there previously. I thought that we still had that area. I guess I'll switch back on over to the vector here. Dude, where is this other? Oh, he's in the.
Under assault by Allied forces.
This is what I call a tactical insertion. Yep, I asked for that. And that was some trash aiming though.
Stay back!
Oh, I want that. It's so bad. So that's what it's like to hit it. Interesting. I wonder if I can just like, zip line up there. Okay.
Allied troops targeting Bravo 1.
Stay back! Don't come close!
I'm really tempted to pick up a tactical insertion beacon just to place it a little bit closer to that point.
Watch my back!
Ugh, disappointing. about the fight. Yeah, it's still fine. There's two of them, right? Yep.
Keep away from me!
I really thought I had a frag. I was, I don't know.
Stay away from me!
I'd probably take that suppressor off. I imagine that's just kind of hurting that ranged. What the? The game just jettisoned me to the ground. Got a rifle.
We cannot sustain any more losses. Evacuate the site.
Honestly, that did
We've
not
lost.
feel like a good round.
Enjoy these moments when they come.
That was something, right?
Today I'm proud.
Still though, hit level 58, that's a good thing.
Come on, let's roll.
Let's see how long till I can get a it's a suppressor that helps with vertical recoil. 150 frags to get the Warhawk compensator. And how are we looking on the revolver? 4 more frags for the 2x sight. Oh wow, this thing you can get an exterior hollow. I love that sight. Then we get to go back to discarded. think this round I'm gonna try using the vector a bit more. Just try to get some of that faster gunplay going. That's something I've kind of let go of the wayside since this game came out. Something I really enjoyed in 5. That's not something I've really had a whole lot of opportunity to do here. I've been spending a lot of time in recon, and now I'm using the revolver. But yeah, I like to take some time to work on that twitch aim and recoil control. It's honestly one of the... It's weird, the way the recoil feels in this game. It's like, it's not... It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of horizontal recoil until I start trying to shoot at someone. And maybe that's just me having some crap aim. It probably is, but... But it's annoying nonetheless.
Couldn't imagine a better lineup of ass kickers than this.
U.S. personnel are occupying a ship recycling facility in Along, India. I can't say why, but the facility is important enough that the
Okay.
Russians want to take control. You must stop the Russians' invasion. They have limited resources in the region,
I'm
so
assuming
make
I've
sure
got
they pay
the
for
right
every
weapons
step they
equipped.
take. Go. Transport's waiting.
Am I unable to spawn? Hello?
Enemies attacking Alpha 2.
Well, this is a minor issue. Restart again?
Time to go to work.
And back on Manifest. Actually, this will be a lot of fun to play around with the Vectron. Ooh,
Allies attacking
real
Alpha 2.
offense as well.
The plan is to advance sector by sector. Secure each and we'll keep the hostiles on the run.
There's one.
They're taking Alpha 1.
Okay. Oh, okay. First spot me apparently.
Stay back!
Ooh, that is certainly a lightly armored vehicle. Alright, come on. Where are you? Oh, you got out. Oh, you were shot out. Okay. I got you. my guys. Oh. Ah, I got caught in. Got caught trying to slide there.
Do not come to me!
One of our objectives is under attack.
Let's try it.
Let go!
Up and some tank incoming. Ah, yes. Yep.
Stay back! Don't come close! Whoopsies!
Try to play this a little bit passively. Okay, of course, yep, that makes sense. Someone just camped in the stairwell.
Stay away! Don't help me!
We are securing Alpha 2.
Slide, come on.
One down!
4 health. Oh man. Thank you, thank you. Okay, well,
Defenses are
that's
too
game.
strong. All troops evacuate.
That was something, right? Ha! This is what I expected.
Enjoy these moments when they come.
Being that one melee kill.
Time to go to work.
There we go, 2 hollows and smart. $120 frags. Then, yeah, 150. Those are probably the ones I really want to get at the moment. Ooh, here we go. Orbital. I don't know, I kind of like this map. Wonder if I can I might play a different specialist here. Pike might be a good option. One thing I really want for the Vector is the extended mag too.
Oh, I'm ready.
The
I
20
climbed
rounds in
Everest,
here is
it's all
just
downhill
not
from there.
enough.
You get it?
Speaking of which, how many frags will I get that?
The US plans to illegally launch a weapon at this facility in French Guiana. Russia will not allow this to happen.
Let's
Work with
see.
the other...
Ammunition 90, so 20 or 19 frags here. Then that 300, I get the 50 round mag. Okay then. No, I didn't actually change the specialist. Already.
The objectives and
Sorry, I'm trying to feel for this. So it's going to be up and to the left, actually. That's actually probably different. I'm probably doing down like this. This is this. The recoil controls that. That makes a lot of sense. Let's do it. Gosh, I didn't see it until last second.
Do not come to me! Man down! Friendly down!
Ah.
Stay away from me!
Yeah, right now my biggest problem with Vector probably is the number of rounds. Just so low. 21 starting. Yep, there we go.
Keep your distance!
see if I can like land it way over here, maybe.
Friendly forces targeting Alpha 1.
See, this is where Sundance would be nice.
We're engaged in this area.
But now I wish I had this one. Yep. Just not enough ammunition in this gun to make it like work at this point.
Stay away from me!
It's like good for a frag, then you just gotta dip.
U.S. troops assaulting one of our objectives.
Oh, there's someone. But at the very least, we got a good option for flanking.
Beginning attack.
I wish I had that headshot. That'd have been just. Never mind, I did. I hit that one. I made up for it. You know, I don't know what it is. I can hit headshots with roadball, but I can't track with a vector. Alright, let's keep pushing it. Yeah, I don't know. Nice. What's up, man? And, yeah, sure. Can't say I'm gonna be on for like too much longer, but I should be putting another couple rounds in. Awesome, sounds good. Howdy.
Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Alright. Game.
Gosh, dude, the Vector's actually kind of trash at the moment with like 20 with the 20 round mag.
Can you get bigger max?
Yeah, you can. And I imagine it's gonna get so much better, right? But it's just like you use so many rounds. It's good for one frag and that's it. And in a game like Battlefield, that's not exactly the way to go.
Yeah. I'll admit, I was skeptical about the PP29 nerf, but I think it's put the gun in a good place. Now, if all the other guns were brought to the place where I think they should be, then yeah, I think the game would be in a good spot.
Yeah.
Like where the PP29 is right now, I think it seems nuts. Like relative to how am I offline? Excuse me?
I think I was. Wait, what?
I'm definitely online. I'm looking at the thing right now. If you create party,
Yeah, I did.
maybe I'll be able to join on here.
Let me try. Nice. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, the PP29 is... I think it is the gun that they need to use as, like, the benchmark, you know? It's like, ah, yes, this is the gun that's in a good spot. Everything else needs to be this good at its own role.
Yeah, I know that I was particularly skeptical of the fact that it was recoil, but it does effectively nerf the range. Because you can't perfectly control recoil. No one can.
Yeah.
Which makes it just that little bit harder. Which is good. What are we doing? Let's see.
Yeah,
Why don't we help our teammate with the tank?
Yep, I'm pushing up with him. I am trying to grind some levels in the Vector right now. Or, kills in it. Because I do want
I'm working on the MP9.
the MP9, yeah. I actually really like the MP9.
Unfortunately, I haven't really been able to get engagements at a good range for that weapon. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. What killed me?
So I don't have a good sense of whether it's good or not. Everybody just insta-bleeds. Cut it out. I'm trying to res you.
On my body, this guy's behind. A guy behind the...
Just nearby.
US troops are attacking Alpha 1.
Stay back!
Man, just chilling here? What are we doing, gamer? How are we gonna get it? I'm gonna try going around the right side a little here.
You know, I'm actually getting around the left just so I can figure out that one guy who's...
Oh, let me come with you. Ooh, there's multiple guys over there.
Yep.
Fighting them?
I'm trying to...
Oh, there's a dog. I don't see any more people though. Dog's dead.
Nice. Yeah, the helo came...
Well, I didn't kill it. The helo got it. There's a guy right around that corner. Oh, he made it. Nice.
You know, I still hold that these maps just don't have enough cover on them. Because any points of cover are exposed to too many other points. If that makes any sense whatsoever.
somebody else's call? Just like, is it just like this, or is there like is it
Well,
stuck at the wrong resolution?
No, the left monitor is working, which is my secondary display, but the right monitor is not.
Have you tried like unplugging the display input and plugging it back in, like the cord?
Yeah, I tried unplugging the, I don't know, display port? I don't know what kind of cable this is.
Whatever kind of cable it is, it doesn't matter. Just
It looks a bit like an HDMI, but it's square on one edge.
yeah, that's display port.
So when I unplug that, and then we scroll back up, so okay, so the PC is now saying there's not two displays. Now let me plug this back in. Now the monitor, the light turns blue, the PC flashes, but the monitor says, display port, no signal.
Have you tried restarting the monitor?
I don't know how to do that.
There should be like a power button on the monitor itself somewhere.
I turn my monitor on and off every day.
Okay.
You said the monitor.
I'm restarting it again. Display port, no signal. The menu won't open up. Nothing will open up on the monitor.
You're running up on a guy. Can you get him? Thank you.
Is
Who should-
DVI the same as display port?
No. That should be your other monitor, the one that you have that's the same as the one that JD has.
That's my main monitor is the one that JD has.
Yeah, your main monitor should be the one that's plugged in via DVI.
So this is a DVI thing then. So I should go back
Yeah.
to DVI. Okay. Wait, I thought you said display port was
You
the
got it.
8 thing that's square.
No,
on
no,
one
like
edge.
the port that your display is plugged, not literally displayed. I don't know if
Huh.
that makes any sense.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't know why, but the monitor is just not understanding that the PC is broadcasting to it. Is there anything I can do? Like, how do I advanced display
You
settings?
restarted the PC. Oh,
Hey,
it's showing,
JD,
it's showing
which one-
two displays.
Well, it knows there's two displays there, but the monitor isn't getting any shit from the display. See, connected to NVIDIA, display 1 isn't active.
Sounds like you
So,
got
like-
the wrong source on the monitor.
Now I've flipped through all the sources. Like I can go to HDMI, it's not that. I can go to DisplayPort, and still black. DisplayPort no signal, and then I go to DVI, goes black, and DVI no signal. So how do I go in and make it forget about this monitor and like reset it up?
What you could do is you could go into your control panel and go to your probably under devices and printers. You could try like uninstall. You know the menu that you go to uninstall your controller drivers when PS4 is acting up. You could try uninstalling your display from there. Oh yeah, just do it from right there.
That's where I'm
Devices.
at,
Yeah.
which display is this? VG248 is the one that I need.
Also, is there any
PG-240.
chance that you've accidentally plugged into the motherboard instead of your graphics card?
I haven't changed it since I played on it yesterday. Okay, troubleshooter didn't do anything. Remove device. Yes. Then I unplug the DVI cable. And then I replug the DVI cable. Also, I just plugged it in on the back of the PC. I don't know if that's... Can I get to the motherboard from there?
Yeah, so the motherboard is going to be the upper ports. They'll probably be... The longer edge will be vertical versus the graphics card where the longer edge of the port will be.
DisplayPort, no signal. DVI. DVI, no signal. Properties. Model number unavailable manufacturer.
Objective is under siege.
Okay. So you said there's different plugs, but I used this like this yesterday. Let me try a different slot on the back of the computer. DisplayPort, no signal. So the monitor knows it's plugged in. DVI, no signal. It's just not getting anything from the PC. Like it thinks there's nothing to display. Like they're not communicating somehow.
And you've rebooted your PC?
Yeah, it was the first thing I did.
Stay away! Get back! Get back!
Now it just says generic PNP monitor. You can't even tell which monitor it is. Let me unplug the cable again and try. Well, fuck, where'd it go? How do I... Shit. Add a device. No. Son of a bitch, man. What the fuck am I gonna do if this thing breaks? I guess I'll just have to order another one, but... Can't be fucking ordering monitors. No, it is not, dear. Oh, sorry, darling. Monitor's broken. I can't access the monitor menu either. That's what's confusing me. Like, I don't know if you're not supposed to be able to do that if it can't find a source. So that cable I'm telling you about, is that a DVI input or a DisplayPort input when I'm flipping through my sources?
So the cable plugged into the monitor, does it have little screws on the sides?
No, it does not.
Okay, so either DisplayPort or HDMI. And you said it's asymmetric, like one side of it is flat.
Yeah, it's asymmetric. It's not HDMI.
That's display.
Okay, so we'll go over to DisplayPort and we'll leave it there. So now the system isn't even detecting the monitor, period.
Does your other monitor have a DisplayPort input that you can use to try to test the cable?
I don't think so. I think it's only got the one with the screws. Oh, that might be a DisplayPort cable. Hold on.
You don't even need it to broadcast at like full frame rate or resolution. You just figure out if
that
it
is indeed a DisplayPort cable. So let's do that and then unscrew
Empty
the other
9
one.
mags are small.
Dude, I hate all this cable shit, man. They're so hard to like plug in and unplug. So fucking small. My big ass hands don't fit in these little gaps. Okay. We've unplugged it. It is only connected via DisplayPort cable or whatever. Yeah, the cable's working. It's working in the other monitor.
Okay, so we've confirmed that it's either the monitor or
Software, I guess.
about your...
So there is a screwy port, I think, on the other one. Let's try that. But I think I had it initially arranged like this, and the problem was... Okay, so it works if I flip-flop the cables.
So what if you flip-flop the cables back?
Well, let me ask you...
And don't make any sense.
Let me ask you this question. Does the screwy port cable, the shitty one with the screws in it, does that do 14 or 144 hertz 1080p?
It should.
So does it matter which side the DisplayPort cable is in?
Hypothetically, no. But if
There's
I
no-
remember correctly, the monitor that you have only supports 144 hertz on DVI connection. Something about like cost saving for the parts. Like they just use a slightly worse DisplayPort cable
Mm-hmm.
or port rather.
DisplayPort, no signal. DVI, no signal. So when I only plug it through the... What? Why does it work like this?
Brave place to go, JD.
Yeah, no, I've just been slamming my head against the wall, honestly.
I've been doing the same thing.
And remind me one more time. This one is a DVI port?
The one with all the pins and screws?
Yep.
Yeah, that's DVI.
Okay. This thing also has HDMI.
There's a light vehicle available. You could try to hit him with a bolt.
Where's my phone?
Yeah,
I'm gonna
we-
connect to Discord on my
There's
phone.
not really a way to hit them with the bolt when they're on the roof like that.
Stay away from me!
Yeah, you got a point.
Like, that's the problem with these points, is they're sitting on top of a roof, and unless you've got pilots, you know, like Gila pilots who actually know what they're doing, you know, what are you gonna do?
Okay, now I have you guys on mobile.
Okay.
Do we think? I don't know how this works. Does the computer know when there's cords in it if there's not a device on the end of the cord?
No, it doesn't really have a way of determining that.
I didn't think so. So I can't fool it.
Our troops are assaulting Bravo 1.
Okay, when I plug in the cord, it knows, it understands. Because it turns itself on just to tell me no signal.
That's
Not supposed to happen? Stupid?
Yeah.
Annoying?
like what's happening to you?
Let me unplug the
It
monitor and just
sounds to
leave it
me
for a little bit.
like a dead driver. I would
That's what I'm thinking, maybe. Is...
I would
Am I misunderstanding
Honest-
that it works, the cable works one way but not the other?
The cable works on one monitor, but not the other one. So the monitor that the cable has been connected to for years is suddenly not working with that cable, but it works with the cable with all the pins and screws, and that cable is good because it works in my second monitor, but not its home monitor all of a sudden.
So you've confirmed that both cables do work, and so we know that the problem is probably the monitor.
Yeah, it's probably a software issue, if I had to guess.
Or a monitor issue?
Well, but the monitor works fine if you plug the other cable in. It's the interesting thing.
Well, you
And
can-
it knows
you-
when the cable is in there.
A port can die.
Well, the port's not dead, though, because when I plug the cable into the port, the monitor gets the little blue light turned on, and then says,
That doesn't mean it's not dead.
okay, well, monitor's working.
Oh,
All I had to do was unplug the power cord and let it sit for 15 seconds.
Howard.
Keep your distance!
yeah, power cycling sometimes fixes all woes somehow.
I don't know what power cycling is, but it's now on.
Power cycling is a fancy IT way of saying turn it off, turn it back on.
That's kind of like when Elizabeth tells me she's ambulating the patient, which is just code for just taking a walk. Well, thank you for the tech support, chaps. I am officially around.
Cool. You want to join for some 2042? See if
I will attempt, assuming that the stutters aren't so bad, I can't see. If the stutters are playable, then I will play and probably have fun. We'll see. I haven't played without stutters yet.
Hey, there's a guy up on this roof, JD,
Yeah,
killing
I think I
people as they come up.
Yeah, the guy with the LMG.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him right now.
You know, I'm trying to get a spawn.
Got him.
Like,
He's dead.
US forces attacking one of our objectives.
Just gonna check there's no spawn beacon around here.
Yeah.
I think we're good unless the spawn beacon's in the building.
Gotcha.
Alright. How are we gonna break this point? Do we just wait and do the helicopter bit ourselves?
We might. That's probably the smart way of doing it.
Oh boy. They have control of the lower point too. Oh no, don't res me. I need to be a gunner. Thank you. I'm away for the helo. Are our helos getting anything done, or are they just like zipping around and not dying and not killing?
I mean, don't. I mean, I'm sure they're getting locked like crazy, but. Dude, my tracking is something awful tonight.
I mean, I made you use a semi-automatic weapon.
It's full auto.
The M44? No, it's not. I've got a little bird. I've got a little bird.
No, I'm fine with the M44. It's literally just the vector. You know me. I can flick, but I can't track. It's the dumbest thing.
I think I'll let you fly because it's important here to have a good pilot.
What the hell is happening?
I'm here.
Yeah.
I plugged in my other monitor and now both of them are black.
Alright, all you go, go, go.
What the hell, computer? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm trying to... So, either monitor works like one at a time, but not both the hovercraft.
So, not above.
Let's say, how long is this hacking last?
Oh, it's a... Yep.
Advanced display settings.
I know I'm flying like a maniac right now. I may get us killed eventually, but like right now we just.
Well, we gotta make something happen. We got 20 tickets. Drop me in. Tell me when.
Whatever.
When I plug in my second monitor, my first monitor turns off. And just says no signal.
Do both your monitors support high refresh rates?
No, only one.
Spectacular.
Are
Are you really surprised?
it's not going to be a wrong DisplayPort
I'm
standard
ready for
setting
round two.
because it works most of the time. So can't.
Who's ready for some action?
This guy is saying unbalanced load, motherboard power delivery issue.
That's not the problem. I've been using it in this setup for years. Windows update?
Windows Update could have broken it. Windows Update could also fix it.
Check for updates. Oh good. There are Windows updates.
Hopefully that fixes it. Do you have the most recent NVIDIA drivers?
Probably not.
Could probably also try that.
I fucking hate computers, man. Such pains in my ass. Meanwhile, my PS5 is a fucking Schmeat machine, seamlessly bouncing between Rocket League, COD, into YouTube, Spotify playing in the background, back to YouTube, just cranking it out. PC's crying because I turned it off last night. Ugh. I just want... I wish pre-builts were more like... I don't know. I wish the companies that did pre-builts did them more like console generations. I know it's impossible, but where it's like, you know, more thoroughly tested to make sure the parts are compatible. Obviously, that's impossible, but...
No, that's not a pre-built issue. That's a software issue.
Yeah, just because the diversity of
Windows
softwares,
being
operating
Windows.
systems, parts, etc. Wait. Okay, the monitor's flashing every now and then, saying, okay, feature update to Windows 10. Let's try this.
What happens if you kind of move the cable around? Like, is the cable at an angle? Or is it possible that when you move, the cable got crimped?
Nope. Because it's working fine in the other monitor. And it's working completely fine. The moment I unplug the cable from the back of my second monitor, the cable with the screws on, the moment I unplug that cable, the normal monitor turns on fine. It works perfect. It's only when the second monitor is plugged in that the first monitor doesn't work. But if I switch their cables, if I put the screw cable on my first monitor and the DVI cable on the other monitor, then they both work. But I don't have 144. I have 60.
That is so confusing to me.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. It literally just makes no sense. But don't worry, I'm downloading a new Windows update, and I'm sure that will fix the problem and not cause any further issues.
100%.
Says every IT ever.
Hey, the thing's exploded. My game did not die.
Look at that progress. I am a bush rookie.
Okay, we're gonna restart the old PC.
Dude.
That's your book, baby.
Objective Alpha 2 under attack. Don't try to help me!
Well, how's the battlefield been?
It's running crispy on my end.
I bet it is. What guard you get?
3070 Ti.
That's a fun toy. What did you have previously?
2060 Super.
Oh, okay. I thought you had a 3070. That makes sense. I don't know why I thought you had a 3070. I think I just heard you say that you would get the 3070 if you were getting one so many times that I just got that in my brain. That's a sweet Christmas present, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, I am very happy.
Yeah, I bet you're having a fucking blast.
There is... The only thing that doesn't run on all maxed out settings at 100 frames is Cyberpunk. Even that runs what I would term acceptably.
That game's a glitchy mess. I don't know that that's down to the hardware.
Enemy Jeep just rolled in.
Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know. The Vector, I think, is just underwhelming. And maybe it'll get better with ammo.
I didn't even see that guy. We really need the mark as incoming system.
Yeah, we do. I mean,
Because, like, I would have known that teammate was coming and I wouldn't have let out.
Yep. I mean, we know it's coming, it's just a matter of kind of waiting, but still, it should have been there from the get-go.
Jeep is empty. Why is this Jeep empty? Well, that's a 50 mil cannon, okay. Tornado's coming in.
Yep. I'm kind of in their back line. With the vector suppressed.
Huh.
This is... Yeah, this is... Ooh, that's a tank. Dude.
Don't come to me!
One of our squad mates is just chilling on a hill with a stinger.
I mean, fair enough. I haven't really noticed helicopters yet.
I've been that guy. I've also been the guy on the other end of that. Now that I've used the MP9 a little more, I really like this gun. Things I need are about 10 more bullets in the mag, and a sight of some kind, not like nothing magnified, just a red dot or whatever, and that's about it, honestly.
Yep. And you'll get extended mag with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured I'd unlock it eventually. It's nice having the M44, because that thing... Oh, that's a tank.
Well, I just ruined one pair, so... What's up right above the line of pocket?
Stay away from me!
Oh, well. Still needs sound shot.
I'm taking C5.
Oh, no.
I need to reload!
No, I don't.
Stay back!
Mm-hmm.
Jeep in behind us. Where are you fighting?
I'm right here. I just wanted...
Deactivated!
Got him.
There!
Dude, I just chucked C4 over the fence right on top of him. That was pretty tough, actually.
That is the glitchiest man I have ever seen. What was that? Ow. Oh, it's the bolt. Ouch.
He's dead.
Nope. Just kind of making fast passes.
Incoming Jeep.
Deaction! I've got them!
Jeep dead.
Tapuggin! Hazard that!
Are you sure that you're on the same? Yeah, you are on the same point. You're just
Same what?
point.
I'm reloading!
Oh, yeah.
Are there people dropping in? Ah.
Why is the tank on mark? I just think it's still there. What? It's you. That's there.
I've got you. Hold on.
Hey, do you have your laser designator?
No. Do I need it?
It would be helpful, given that we're under attack by tanks. And helicopters.
Looking for threats. Got one.
Might have just shaken itself to pieces on the move. Just giving it out. Now I can't seem to get it to connect at all. It was connecting under weird circumstances earlier, but...
Come back with the support.
Their resources are at 50%.
Oh, there's so many people out there.
Okay. Lock.
I need a resupply. Startling missiles. I'm trying to find a crate. I also have reload stuck on my screen.
You look what, baby?
Ignore that.
You working tomorrow? Should you be good?
Oh, I can get a 6x zoom on this. Our little birdie's locked.
I was trying to get a resupply, I guess. That's at a point.
Allies attacking Alpha 2.
Got a lock on the little bird.
I'm still down on the ground.
Hold on.
Waiting for 4 people.
So I've got another type of input here on the back of my second monitor that has 2 screws on the side, but it's got less pegs and it doesn't have like a long, thin peg, like a big peg.
VGA, that's not going to help you.
Can't use that at all?
I mean, you could use it, but I don't know what the maximum bandwidth of VGA is, but I would guess it's not what you're looking for.
I mean, what is that limit? Like, would I be able to display YouTube and Discord on it?
Probably. Yes.
So once again, the main
I
monitor
don't
is
even know
working.
if it supports 1080p.
The main monitor is working now that I've unplugged the other monitor.
Yeah, VGA's max resolution is 640 by 480.
Yeah, no thanks.
Away from me.
You know, Office Depot did teach me a couple
Objective
things.
has been captured by enemy forces. Getting attack on Alpha 1.
That my time is more valuable than that?
Well,
Is that one of the things that you learned?
I was referring to the whole, you know, VGA resolution thing, but you know, that too. I suppose that's a decent lesson.
I was trying to fight a sniper, like a real sniper rifle with my revolver. It didn't go very well. Return to the combat area! Well, I'm gonna spawn on the roof. I'm gonna shoot at helicopters with an M5.
I mean, we're never gonna lose this point, so.
Here's our next line of defense. Guard your objectives.
Will you lock that transport above me? Way up there. Is that a guy? That's a guy. See him? Right over here. See that attack helo coming in?
No, I was engaged with several recons and a ranger.
I'm coming down to get you.
There's people all around. I don't know if it's worth.
What are they gonna do? Shoot me?
Yes.
Well, that's illegal.
Come help me!
Shot me.
Somebody help!
So, are you joining us, Speedy, or?
I don't know. I'm looking for a fix to this issue right now.
Get that. I usually can't relax unless whatever's going on has been resolved.
Aggressive recon rules again. Nope.
Where are you getting shot at from?
Nowhere.
Okay, up there. Can you kill that? Never mind, closer. Neither of my guns are high enough caliber to pen the cockpit of the,
With the bolt, yeah.
Don't come to me!
We could call in a, I was gonna say we could call in a bolt of our own, but
Oh, yeah. It's cool.
There's a bunch of optional driver updates under Windows. You think those could be helpful?
one of those might be. If one of them is like a monitor.
Dice.
Yeah, you're dead. There's a guy just standing at the top of that, thing with the riot shield. That's funny.
Team Autumn sale.
Took embarrassingly long for all these people to kill that guy.
Is there anything at all worth buying on the Steam Autumn sale?
coming?
Check.
I'm not seeing anything.
Some people like Civ 6.
I think I already have it.
Shell's pretty good. But Mortal Shell is on Game Pass. So.
The only game that's come to Steam lately that I care that much, or well, not would care enough to play, isn't. It's too expensive to play and isn't on Game Pass.
Sorry, what game?
Farming Simulator, brother.
Oh.
Quick scope.
That man has 2 kills and they're both me.
I'm reloading!
Damn it, I'm stressed about this.
Getting that.
JD, can you get a lock on that transport helicopter? That one? Okay, never mind. He's having a bad day. He's dead.
They've lost troops and material down to 50%.
Don't try to help me!
Hostiles attacking one of our objectives.
What?
Oh,
Asus Easy Flash Utility. I'm on a blue screen from 1941. Start programming Flash. Do not shut down the system.
don't touch it.
Hey.
It sounds like, for some reason, and somehow your motherboard has downloaded a BIOS update.
That was one of the optional Windows updates, I think. My old version was from 2017. This new version is from 2018.
Don't try to help me!
They put a lot of exclamation points after "Do not shut down the system."
Yes.
Yeah, because you will literally kill your entire system if you shut it down.
Oh.
Like the CPU will be bricked.
Good to
Probably don't
know.
want that.
I think it's the motherboard we bricked, right?
Isn't it both? Like, because
BIOS updates don't change the CPU.
no, the BIOS is on the motherboard.
American Mega Trends. Please enter setup to recover BIOS setting. Press F1 to run setup.
I guess you're doing that.
Oh my god. What do I do? What the hell? Language, access security. Use the default language. Do I just hit save and exit? I'm in like the fucking...
I would just hit save and exit. You don't really need to mess with any of those settings. There shouldn't be any reason for you to.
I'm in like the fucking balls of the computer here. What is going on? Everything's blue and gray.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why you would be on that screen, to be honest.
Why would Windows even let me do that? What if I was like a 9-year-old grandma?
Let's say there are worse things to worry about than what your computer's doing.
Oh, so.
Our troops are moving on Bravo 2.
They're actually up here.
Good for them.
Well, the good news is Windows has not killed itself, and they've got some new backgrounds on Windows 10. So, boy, is that great.
Backgrounds is nice. I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna read you chaps the names of these optional updates, and you can tell me whether or not there's something I shouldn't touch. Intel System 7-18-2017 12 AM 11.7.0.1. Did I install that?
I don't see any reason not to.
Intel other hardware, Intel R, Xeon R, E3, 1200, 1500, V5, 6th Gen Intel R Core TM, Gaussian Mixture Model 1911. It says Intel on it, right? It's gotta be good.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
Hewlett Packard Enterprise WSD Multifunction Printer, Other Hardware, Nullprint HD Office Jet Pro 68030.
You probably don't need that.
AMD Other Hardware PCI Bus?
Not sure why you'd need that.
What is that?
Uh,
Do I even have any AMD bits? I don't think I do.
You might have something manufactured by AMD. It wouldn't be like a CPU or a GPU, but it might be.
I'm just
like other...
ripping all three of these. Fuck it.
That is kind of a little humorous if you think about it.
What is?
An AMD chip somewhere on an Intel motherboard.
Oh yeah.
Maybe that's what's
just came up.
keeping
4
my
guys just came up. Oh wow, a shotgun.
Oh, really? Wow.
Now, do my monitors themselves have drivers? I assume so.
They have like they have a OS is the wrong word. They have like a kind of an internal thing that does stuff.
But nothing I need to update? Nothing that would change?
Yeah, no, you shouldn't need to update anything.
Optional quality update available. Cumulative update preview for Windows 10? What is that?
That's... You probably want to install that. Sounds like a Windows 10 update.
I hate how Windows doesn't know it has new updates until you install other optional updates, and then it's like, oh, never mind. I had new updates all along.
Windows update system is famously odd.
Is there an operating system out there that isn't shitty?
Never had a doubt in my mind.
You can make the argument for Linux,
Enjoy this moment.
because Linux is what you make it.
Fights like that keep you sharp.
Then my Linux would be shitty.
Yeah, that's fair. Mine too.
Oh yeah, don't you run Linux?
I used to. Then I got tired of figuring everything out and trying to get games to work through all these weird wrappers and mess, and I was just like, you know what? Windows. Okay.
Yay, another suppressor.
I'll probably call it there for Battlefield.
Impossible.
Figure out what's going on with Speedy stuff. Alright. You now have my full attention. One monitor shuts off. 1 second.
The weird thing about it, besides all of the things about it, but the weirdest thing about it to me is that it continues. It continues like pinging the monitor. Like every couple of seconds, it'll like flicker, not with any color or anything, just a little brighter for a sec, and the screen will change color a little bit, and then it'll go back to its original gray, and the little thing will pop up that says DVI no signal. And the power button is orange when it's in standby mode, but it's constantly blue because it can tell the PC's there and it's talking to it, but it just can't, figure it out.
Are you on your desktop right now? Like, are you booted up and everything?
Yeah,
So if you right click and go to display settings, it doesn't recognize that there are 2 displays right now. At all?
Well, only one is plugged in right now.
Okay.
When I plug the other monitor in, the main monitor loses signal. And then it still knows there's 2 displays, and it knows it's there, but it doesn't know anything about it. It doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
It just says generic PNP monitor.
Looking for threats.
I'm trying to figure out if my Googling is too specific or not specific enough.
Hostiles are trying to seize one of our objectives.
Don't come to me!
Oh, as if the screen is turning off and on. Oh, this is sounding kind of like your issue.
That does sound like it.
This guy says was cable issue.
I don't know, from where I'm standing, it sounds like there's some form of hardware issue. I don't think it's software.
That is kind of what I am wondering. But it is possible it's software, so what I would do, I would update all your drivers of every kind. If that doesn't fix it, I would uninstall and reinstall your graphics driver. If that doesn't work, then you can be pretty sure that it's a hardware issue.
What's weird is the monitors are both working independently fine.
Right.
And when the cables are reversed, when I use the DVI port on one and the display port on the other, just swapped around, they both work at the same time.
If you hit Windows key and P at the same time,
Scanning for enemies!
Okay.
what is that set to?
Project.
Try setting it to extend.
Sorry, it's set to PC screen only.
Try changing it to extend.
Okay. Then what? Plug in the other monitor?
Yep, then plug in the other monitor.
Hey. We shall try. For England! Will you work, you dumb slut? Lord willing. So all that happened was the monitor is now, or the desktop is now on the other monitor.
and you have the same issue with it.
Let's try WinP.
Do not come to me!
Wait, what? Hold on. Oh my god. It was the project thing.
Yay!
What? How does that? I'm
Thank you.
so lost,
Thank you, Windows.
dog.
Thank you, Windows.
How does that have anything to do with it?
I'm gonna say this to be funny, Speedy, and and Boulder and I both know it's Windows' fault. But I'm gonna say this to be funny. Boulder and I, neither of us thought that he was gonna be so stupid as to not check that first.
Oh yeah. How dare you not know where this archaic menu that I've never even seen is?
I have seen this menu once. I don't remember where. I think it's on my laptop that I've seen it. I think there's a button on my laptop that brings this menu up for some reason.
Yeah, there is.
So
I think this menu's pretty commonly used for, like, education stuff for, like, teachers.
Yeah, but fucking... Why did it set itself to second screen only?
I don't know. Do you want to call Bill Gates and ask him?
I do, actually. Maybe he'd give me some money.
Maybe.
Keep away from me!
JT figures it out. It ended up being nothing complicated whatsoever.
And yet, simultaneously, the most complicated solution ever.
Well, the most complicated problem is always the one that's a solution that's so simple that you would never consider.
Well, it's like the whole story about astronauts not being able to use pens.
Yeah, exactly. The most difficult problems are the problems that, you've never even considered because they shouldn't arise in the first place. Well, that has saved me a lot of grief.
Don't hit me!
And this is what we like to call Tech Tips with Speedy.
Why is
Speedy
it-
Tech Tips. It's just Linus Tech Tips, but he has no idea what he's doing and swears at everyone. I'd watch
God, that would be such a fun show.
That would be
Just be yelling at the monitor for 3 hours while Twitch chat rages because they know how to fix it. Why is it always my shit that breaks? Everybody else's shit works. My shit breaks every 3 weeks. I have to fucking sit in Discord call and figure out how to unfuck my everything.
I mean, to be somewhat fair, my stuff breaks too. I just already know how to fix it, so it's not really usually something that I bring up.
That's true. It's probably not an event when you guys' stuff breaks because you're just like, oh, pain in the ass, 10 minutes, alright, I figured it out. I have to spend 30 minutes. First, I spend 20 minutes doing the whole turn the computer off and on again. Nope. Turn all the other hardware off and on again. Nope. Okay. Check the PC settings. Run the troubleshooter. Check Windows Updater. Oh, there's always an update. Run that. Look. Figure out if drivers exist. What are drivers? Still don't have a clue. Download them anyway. What do these drivers do? No idea. Don't know which company makes which bit of my computer, so download everything. Then go on the internet. Google things. Don't know the terms for anything, so I'm just Googling random garbage like monitor turn off help. Just fucking long-ass process. Same thing with, like, troubleshooting my mods in Skyrim. It's exactly what it feels like, but it's my PC. What broke? I don't know. Uninstall and reinstall everything, one at a time, until something works.
Not kidding.
Tricking!
I think I am going to play some Legion.
Oh, god damn it. I'm coming.
one of these days.
I've determined that Chaos is in fact the worst playstyle,
Yes.
but it's fun.
One of these days, what'd you say, JD?
One of these days I'll get from Speedy in Battlefield.
I'd have to send him a computer to do it.
Yeah, we'll see.
One of these days, DICE will fix the performance issues, and I will happily play the game because my head doesn't hurt while I'm playing. I literally have the exact same problem with that game that I do with Borderlands 3, which is also a game that I love dearly and waited years to play.
Wait, there's a guy on my Discord list playing Unturned. What is it, like 2012?
Oh wait,
Unturned
let's
best game.
bring it back to my cultural memory. What is that? Hold on. Where's Google?
It's like Minecraft Zombie Survival.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's like it was like Roblox, wasn't it? Like that kind of thing.
I think it was initially Roblox, and then it kind of became its own. I think it was
Unearned launch
literally-
trailer.
I think
November
it was literally
12th, 2020.
That's... Oh,
No, that's from Xbox though. Like the Xbox channel on YouTube.
2014.
But it wasn't it in early access for like 1,000 years.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Legion TD update queued. Battlefield update queued. Medieval Dynasty update queued. Hunt Showdown update queued. High Fleet update queued. Huh? All of life is one big thing's not working. Speaking of things not working, Assassin's Creed Valhalla went on sale hugely today, so I was able to get it on the PS5 where it will actually work.
But it looks real pretty, too.
Oh, I bet it will, yeah, I haven't played it yet. Gay boys were here.
The Vector seems like it has just as much bullet deviation as like anything else.
It's a lot. No, it actually is a lot less. I'm struggling though. Like, I mean, to be
The
fair,
bullets look like they are not going where you're... I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're probably not. But...
Oh, are you streaming? Where?
He's
Facebook.
streaming on his new social channel.
Ah, excellent.
I've already banned 2 bots.
Today?
No, I only banned 1 today.
Oh, dude, the Discord chat is in the stream.
Wait, it is?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What?
Yeah, I can hear myself. Unmute the
Oh,
chat.
well, yeah.
Don't try to help me!
I'm impressed that your stream works this well, JD.
Yeah, it's actually pretty crispy. Looks nice.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised myself.
Like, I didn't think 2042 would run and be streamed on a like a very nice laptop, but a laptop.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know any. I don't feel any performance difference between.
You got what, a 3060 in there, right?
37.
Damn, son!
Yo, Speedy, thanks for the follow.
I got a 1070 regular. It's 2021. I can't even overclock my GPU.
Yeah, you could. I just wouldn't.
I can't overclock my CPU either. I don't think.
Yeah, you probably can't. If I remember correctly, you've got a nice 7700. Okay.
Yes, I do.
You're expecting to believe in the year 2042 this is as much trash as what goes into a dumpster?
Yeah, they put
Hey,
the
maybe
rest
we
out
figured
on
it
the
out.
streets.
Alright, I want to see you sizzle some people.
Oh, I don't know if that's gonna happen with this gun.
You're my in-flight entertainment
Okay,
while I
to
lose
be
at
to be
Legion.
somewhat fair to him, I bullied him into this event. He's supposed to be using the M44 as his primary, with the Vector as his like close range backup.
What bullets are those that you were shooting?
Nerf
They did
darts.
not appear particularly effective. Not enough impact damage. Yeah, excuse me while I literally don't care.
Yeah, the Vector, like, I think it's going to be really good once I get the extended magazine on it, but for now it's kind of like, why is this gun existing?
I like your attachments. Did you pick the blue kind of look on them? Or is that just
the blue?
guns?
Yeah. The skin on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
It looks good.
Appreciate it.
I like the way that skins are in Siege, how you can, and well, I guess Battlefield too, how you can make...
Yeah, if you go up into... Well, I'm not sure you know how to do it, but yeah, I have. Honestly, this is my favorite skin. They're just across the game. So I equip it on everything, literally.
That's pretty good looking.
It looks really good on vehicles, too.
Yeah, I believe it.
Ah, crap, this is death. Gotta love the Sundance grenades.
They seem very strong.
Yeah, I wouldn't go quite as far as to say broken, but they can stand for some tuning in my mind. I think that's like my favorite word for this game in terms of balance. Everything just needs tuning, because nothing's like on it.
Taking the engine.
Have you
My
played?
sub to have so many gifted subs.
Have you played Breakthrough yet, Speedy?
That was actually the first game I played. Was on Breakthrough. I enjoyed it more than Conquest. I think. I don't know. I spent most of the time dead to tanks.
Doorways in this game. I spent that entire time holding S. They got me stuck right in the doorway.
My biggest issue with the game, like, balance-wise right now, is that it just kind of feels like World of Tanks. Like, I'm just fighting vehicle, or War Thunder. Just, like, fighting vehicles all the time.
It's a little bit less like that now that once they did this last patch, which is real nice, but yeah.
I'm leaking horrendous, by the way, JT.
I do not know that I'm going to catch.
No, I don't think you will.
Sky Queen clears what I got.
My guy leaked 60, or the guy sending you leaked 60 right now, and I'm sending him 60 next wave, so.
Worker it is.
Yeah, if he leaks twice in a row, that's going to be pretty good for us. You might honestly clear
Hold
that.
on.
Nah.
It's not going to get the brute, but
King will two-shot that? Oh, not even close. Holy shit, those things are beefy.
Hey, nice. Got a new barrel attachment. Oh, and I do... Of course I have the extended. It's just doing the bug thing.
oh, where you have something unlocked, but it's like, oh yeah, no, you don't have that unlocked.
Wait, why do I have this gun? Yeah, exactly.
Leaked my guy again.
I'm through mine as well.
Nice. Good stuff.
Playing 4v4s has taught me the value of building workers.
Yeah, it really will, won't it? And do no coordination, so if you don't have enough workers, you just never get through anybody.
Enemy down!
I'm gonna send here just for income. Need the money.
EMG on!
And I need to stop building unupgraded bone boys, but you know, we all have our vices.
And Bone Boys, I'm slowly becoming convinced that they're the best first 10 waves.
Well, they just got nerfed hard, so.
Like,
Yeah.
sad.
80, that's not the end of the world.
Was that the AK?
suppose.
This is the M5. I just have it
Oh,
equipped
really?
with a this short barrel, so it's nice.
So it just looks different. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a high rate of fire and a little bit less accuracy, I believe. It's actually kind of insane when you stick the SMG rounds into it.
Yeah, I really like the close range rounds on the but I found that I'm not the huge fan.
Yeah.
Well, whatever the first one you unlock.
Yeah. I think the what's its name? The AK is probably the best assault weapon in the game right now. Which is kind of funny considering it was just not that way.
The what is, sorry?
Okay.
Interesting. Oh, I guess the spread got brought in, huh?
Yeah. It's a nice little headshot, actually.
I'm not gonna be able to stun 120 on 7. Like, I'm just gonna send a Hermit. I mean, who knows? Maybe the round will take 10 years, and I will, but...
I'm sending pack leader.
Why? How? Did you forget to send again?
Oh, I've been saving since I said let's save for switches.
Oh,
What do you mean?
like hard saving? Okay.
Oh,
Are you clearing? Yeah, you're clearing, right? Yeah, you're fine. I'm gonna miss out on the income, but I can send 120. It's kind of lame.
oh,
Yeah, you saw
that's
that.
rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I as you said, res me, I looked over and watched. It just hurts.
I got the one of the recoil buffers. It makes the this gun feel a lot better already. I mean, still not like I still want more rounds, but you know, I'll do that tomorrow when I reset the equipment I have.
Do not think I'm gonna break this guy. I think Neko just OP on this wave.
Wait. Oh, yeah. Wait.
Oh shit, I got absolutely run over. Apparently. I am gonna break this guy. Update.
Just
You're clearing this. I believe.
I think so. That is a full health guy.
Yeah, I genuinely believe. I should not have believed.
Oh right, it's magic damage.
Wait, are they even alive right now?
With the luckiest targeting in the world, yes. They're voting. I'm gonna send on carapaces.
I'm gonna push king upgrades. My guy's kind of hard to break, honestly. So I'm just gonna try and press the gold advantage without giving him any.
behind on workers.
I got brooded here. Okay, the brood's dead, that's good. That's very good news. I think I'm gonna leak. Deeply unfortunate that.
Our troops are moving on Bravo 2.
Okay.
Gonna be very close. I don't know. She might have it.
I think I
Oh, she's
somehow
got
bought
it.
2 sand badgers.
Oh, she has got it. Yes.
Trying to just, yeah, I'll just.
I think I'm pretty weak into this wave. I have no swift tanks and very little pierce damage.
Well, it's Pierce or Impact, it's arcane.
I have quite a bit of impact, but just not enough good tanks to back up anything like that, you know? Yeah, my alpha male's already dead. That's gonna just dumpster my damage output completely. Yep, I'm leaking.
Gotcha.
By the way, Boulder, this is my absolute favorite optic in the game.
Really? I actually don't like that one.
Interesting. I think I like it because it forces me... I like it because it kind of forces me to look down center, if that makes sense, because it does a little obscuring.
I suppose.
I think it's still only a, what, 1.25 optic? Yeah, 1.25.
An income send speedy or are you sure?
It is an income send.
Oh,
I'm considerably under power. I have the bore. We'll see what difference that makes. My guy has held 2 rounds in a row here. He is not sending me.
trying to decide. Want to send 4 Eyes because he's got a very, very tame shaman for drills.
Yeah. I got just pack leader here, and I assume I'm getting sent again on drills. If I had to guess.
I don't think the guy sending you has a lot of workers.
He might not. I don't know. He hasn't sent 2 rounds in a row, which is kind of weird. Dude, why is the pack leader not getting targeted? Come on. Anybody. 3 units left. It's going to be the last unit to be targeted on the whole.
I'm gonna give them 4.
Does Pack Leader beat Priestess of the Abyss in a 1v1?
Ow, the heal didn't pop. That sucks. The investment came in.
Oh yeah?
My hammers will carve this world.
Only if we do it my way. Can't wait for fight fire with fire, bro. $120 for me.
How did my guy afford a Phoenix?
I don't know. I've broken him 40 plus 3 times.
I'm talking about the guy that I'm sending.
Oh. How did he afford a banana bunk? Or banana haven, I should say.
I don't know if 4 Eyes can solo 3 Daphnes. Especially 3 Daphnes with life still. Come on, dude. Let it live. Okay. Hopefully it gets targeted for us.
It should, it's so slow. Don't forget to income send right now.
Oh. Targeted first. Great.
Well, it always gets targeted in priority order. And it's a high priority target.
I suppose. I think my damage matchups are bad here, so a few more upgrades than I tech. There it is. 2 units I've been waiting for this whole time. Sending Cardinals, I assume.
Yeah, yeah. That was a little unnerving, JD.
Yeah.
That guy just zooming past you.
Behind you. Ah, straight away. That's unlucky.
Yeah. I don't know if you've been watching. This is the AKA.
That's pretty good accuracy.
Yeah.
It does go up a bit.
Eat tap fire?
My God. They
Is
brought
that viable in this game?
Oh yeah, they brought it back.
As in, like, it was that way at launch, or?
No, they added it in since this last.
Oh,
patch.
okay.
They made it so the
That's-
spread decreases.
I thought I was just bad. I was about to say, I tried tap firing and I was not having any luck with it. It didn't feel strong, but okay, that makes more sense.
No, they fixed. Well, I say fixed. I don't know if it was like. I don't know if this was the original intent or if this is just what it became, but they nerfed dispersion, decreased dispersion. But as part of that, they also made it such that tap firing has a much higher effect.
Like mine for 67, no boss bounty. Your guy clears easily, but still cool.
Let me help you.
I'm sending my guy huge this wave. Should be.
My guy got 580.
Yeah, my guy got 520. Should be good for us.
We're losing ground. Not many defensible positions remaining.
Game.
That is 100%.
Stay away. Keep back.
All right. Go on Cardinals. Rare that we do that, but also rare that we're that far ahead.
Turns out when the boulder actually builds workers.
Yeah, I have noticed a distinct lack of lithium being sent at me since you started building more workers.
Yeah, I thought my build was weird. Your build makes no sense.
What's wrong with my build?
Where's the anything?
What do you mean, where's the anything?
Where's the anything?
That build was really good.
I mean, clearly.
I only leaked the early waves. I never leaked after I got it like put together. A little bit more.
What? Man, no, I need a low-cost fighter. I'm gonna get myself caught in the same trap I always do. I'm gonna say no to the no. Do I want to keep the Nightmare or the Neko? What do you think?
I think Neko's the better unit unless you have Butcher and or APS.
I have APS.
I'm
trying to decide if I want to keep it though.
Ooh, Vampire's on the table though. You could have an APS Vampire Abomination or whatever they're called. That would be really, really good.
Does Nightmare clear one on its own?
I told you to keep up.
If you're gonna play it really far back. If you plan on, boosting it all the way like that.
Oh yeah, that's the plan.
It does. Nightmare clears 1 and 2 and maybe 3. I don't remember if it clears 3.
We'll put him right there. My guy Snail, just to make sure that he's awake and paying attention.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. Fuck. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There.
Well, I'm probably gonna be hopping off. It's kind of late.
Sounds
Yeah.
good, dude. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah,
Sorry we didn't really get to play much Battlefield.
No, that's all good. Thank you guys for.
I will catch you on Battlefield very soon, especially now that this patch is through. I'm really hoping it works for me.
Yeah, and if not, let me take a look at your settings because I might be able to find something that kind of sticks out to me as being a.
Please do. I would really like to be able to play the game.
Actually, what I can do is I can send you my save, or my settings file, and that'll switch everything over for you.
All right.
Yeah, if you're interested.
Yeah. I'll. If it's not working after the patch, after we test the patch, I will definitely take you up on that.
All right, sounds good. Thank you both for watching the stream too. That's fun.
Yeah. It's a good time. It's nice being able to see your gameplay. Normally I don't get to.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not been a whole lot tonight, but
Yeah.
we'll get there.
Cool.
Cool.
Get some rest, man.
Thanks. See you guys probably, hopefully tomorrow.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hopefully.
Have a good one then.
Yep.